Greetings, this is Iyanifa Ifaronke Efuntade. And today we're going to be covering two classes, okay? The first class is just going to be a little lecture to have you guys prepared as priestesses and priestesses in training, okay? The second class will be a lab class, so I'm hoping that you guys do have your stuff together. Some of you may not, because, you know, you guys are busybodies, but it's okay, you know? But we're going to go into the first part of this class, and it's called A Priestess Bag, okay? So I'm going to share with you guys something that you guys should always have on you as a priestess in training, okay? A lot of times, you know, we are that priestess in our family, and we are always, you know, moving around and stuff like that. And there may be work that we need to do, or say we're somewhere like at a park or something like that, and spirit tells us to do something, and it's something that we could do there with Mother Nature, with Mother Gaia, and we need to have these things at hand, okay? It's something that you could take with you, keep in your car, take with you when you travel, and it's always to be prepared, okay? When you're ready, you stay ready, you're always ready, okay? So let me share with you this here. Share my screen. Okay, so I have this one sheet here for you guys to have, and I want you guys to get these items and put them in a bag. Pick a bag however you want. It's almost like having a doctor's bag, okay? And it's something that you guys should always have on hand here, okay? All right, so this is something that you could have that's on the go. The bag should be packed, blessed, stored in one's car, or somewhere that you could quickly access it, okay? All these spiritual items, they can be used for all types of problems, okay? So knowing what they are and understanding what they can be used for, all right? Don't just have them in the bag because it's here on the list or because I say so. You need to know exactly what these items are used for, okay? So these could be used for last minute house blessings, unexpected hex removals, emergency exorcisms, okay? So this is something for you guys to stay ready, all right? So we're gonna go here with the first one, and we're gonna start off with, with OB, okay? This thing is annoying. Let me move this down. Okay, so OB. I think all you guys have taken the OB class already, okay? So this is something that you could have. This is OB is known as, this is a female energy. You always want to get 4-lobe energy because this is the type of OB to where you could say prayers and have your messages delivered, okay? If you guys are having issues with keeping OB fresh, what you could do is wrap them in newspaper. You'll wrap them in newspaper, and then you'll put them in a plastic bag that has some type of ventilation in it. So if you get a Ziploc, put some holes in there, and you want to wrap them individually. Okay, so don't just bunch them together and wrap them that way. You want to wrap them individually in newspapers, then put them in a Ziploc bag, put holes in it. Okay. So at this time, you guys should have the prayers and stuff that goes with the OB to follow those directions if you don't guys know them by memory yet. But know that this is how you make prayers. This is how you see if your prayers have been accepted, to see if your offerings have been accepted. And in itself could also be an offering, okay? You give OB to Eshu to help open roads, and you could give OB to your ancestors or just to all the Egungun, which is our collective Egungun, okay? So of course, have some OB in your bag. The next one will be bitter cola. Okay. Bitter cola is known for long life. Bitter cola is an offering that you could give to Baba Shango. Okay. So this is something that you could offer Shango for something that you need him to help you with the fight. Okay. Have him help fight for you or fight for the situation. Shango is something that could help with male dominant energy when it comes to relationships. So say a girlfriend is having issues with her man. Okay, so you could use bitter cola with whatever offering that you need to give Shango or within the ritual. So this is something that you could give Baba Shango as well. Okay. And bitter cola is something that you could also use to divine as you could divine with OB. Okay, so if you're out of OB or your OB has gone bad, you could use bitter cola in the same way. Okay, you'll just have to cut it up in fours. So what you would do is you would cut it the long ways, and then after that you'll cut them in quarters. Okay, and you will read them the same way by splitting them in half. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay. There's also health benefits to bitter cola. All right. It's also a therapeutic type of cola or property or nut better in itself. Okay. So you could use them for any type of diseases as well. So say someone is feeling sick or anything like that, but you could also use bitter cola as a healing type of agent. So you could also eat the bitter cola as well. Okay. So you could use this to bring offering. You could have Shango to help fight for this. Okay, Shango represents the humanness of a person. So you could have him help to fight any diseases. Okay, so you offer it, and then you also have your client or even yourself to eat some of this bitter cola. Okay. All right. So the next thing we have here is camwood. Okay. You guys could also find it as sandalwood. All right. So you can find it in powder form. Now, this is directly connected to Yeye Oshun. This is her energy, her vibration. Okay. You could use camwood for beauty or love spells. Okay. You could also use it for some type of protection. So if you need to make some type of, say, facial mask or a scrub, you could put camwood in there to have Yeye Oshun's energy within this facial thing or scrub. You could also wash yourself with it. So say if you're making a soap, you could put camwood in there as well. You could make some type of spray with camwood. You could use gin, maybe some drops of river water, and you could put camwood in there and have it as a protection spray. Okay. I would advise not to put too much of camwood if you have it in powder form, because it can turn the liquid very, very dark. So it may stain. But if you use the bark, it shouldn't bleed as much into the liquid. Okay, so just be very mindful with this. So I myself, when I use this, I just use this in bath forms. Okay, bath or soap forms, so it easily washes away. But you could definitely use this as protection. Okay, add this to any type of candle work or ritual work as such. Okay. All right. So the next one is agrimony. Some people say agrimony, agrimony. To me, it's the same thing. Okay. This is one of my favorite herbs, go-to herbs for protection. Okay. I burn this. I could drink this. You can make it as a tea. Okay. Agrimony is very, very good for witchcraft. So you want to remove witchcraft, you want to remove hexes, you want to remove negative energies or entities from a home. You could burn agrimony or grimity, okay, just like you burn sage. So you could burn it, you could put in candle work, you could drink it as well. Shit, you could probably smoke it. okay? But it's a very, very powerful herb. I love using agrimony, all right? And it's good for as a tea as well, to drink your protection as well, okay? Now, salt. You guys know salt is something that you can use for negative energy. You cook with it, you can put it around your home. You could create a sacred space, a sacred circle, a sacred, if you're working in a certain area, you can make a circle with your salt. If you have a certain ritual that you've done, you don't want any negative energies or entities to interfere into your working, you could create a salt circle around your ritual, okay? So salt is something that is cleansing, it's protective, it's something that's every day that you could use, okay? You could even put salt around a home. So if you want to protect your house from certain negative energies or entities, you could put it all around your home, okay? Even if you want to mix salt with a agrimony, you could do that, okay? You could put it on your windowsills as well, all right? When you're cooking with salt, sprinkle salt on your food and throw some behind your back. Okay, you guys know that energies and spirits, they can, dominate you from the backside of your neck. Okay, so throwing it behind your back like that is a form of protection as well. I'm sorry, y'all, my phone is going on. Okay, alligator pepper. And we also call this in Yoruba atare. So alligator pepper here, you can see these right here as pods, okay? So alligator pepper is good to have for when you're praying, all right? You guys have been in enough ceremonies, you guys know I make you guys put it in your mouth, you chew it, and for your prayers, okay? Now for alligator pepper, when you give it to a client or a family member, for the men, they take 9 seeds, okay? So you'll break the pods, and you'll see they'll come in a little brown thing first, okay? But you always want to bust the pods from behind your back, all right? So you take the pod, put it behind your back, bust it open, okay? Once you have them all open, you have the seeds in your hand, and you could place them wherever you place them. But men receive 9 alligator pepper, and women receive 7, okay? So what you do is you put the alligator pepper in your mouth, you chew it as you pray. When you're done praying, you spit them outside, okay? Unless the ritual calls for you to swallow them. It's very rarely that they will, but you're always going to spit your alligator pepper outside. So if you want your prayers to be answered and knowing that they're heard, the heatness from the alligator pepper makes sure that it's directly sent to the ethers, okay? So it's always good to have alligator pepper on hand. Next one is a knife, okay? Just in case you want to kill a motherfucker. I'm just playing. You need to have a knife. So a knife is good, like for just in case you have bitter cola, you don't have your OB. This is something that you could cut with, okay? A knife, when you bless it, which I'll have later on, that's Ogun energy. You could have a knife blessed by Ogun, and it could help you to really cut spiritual cords or spiritual energy in a house, okay? That's another lesson in itself. But just something that's intermediate, you can use to cut your spiritual items, okay? Anything that you're working with. And sometimes when you need Ogun energy, a knife may need to be placed there, okay? All right. So for the second one is mint.
Oh, I got a question. I'm sorry. About the knife. Now, do we bless the knife for Ogun, or we ask you to buy a knife and we ask?
I'm gonna teach that later on. Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. So the next one is mint. Okay. Right here you see fresh mint, which fresh mint is always good. But if you're going to be storing this in your car and stuff like that, you want to have dry mint. Okay. Mint is a powerful herb to speed up your intentions of any ritual. Okay. So if you want something to happen now, whatever ritual you're working on, you want it to happen now, Mint is good for that. Okay. It refreshes energy. So if someone's feeling stagnant, sad, unhappy, or anything like that, you could make a bath for them, okay, with mint. You could also give them mint tea. But mint is used for refreshing, for a cleansing, and for quickening, something quickened to happen. All right. All right, so the next one is honey. Now we want to keep honey on us because, of course, this is Yeye Oshun. But a lot of times you could use honey for any love rituals. Like I said, you may be at your girlfriend's house, you may be complaining about her man. Girl, let's do some work real quick. Let's sweeten up this energy, okay? Let's allow this energy to go into our favor, or let's have this person become sweeter to you. So honey, you could use an array of forms, okay? You guys see camwood up there. That's also Yeye Oshun energy. So you could use camwood and honey together as a, facial wash. All right. I want my husband to see me be more attractive to me. Okay. You can make your girl something like a face wash, mix those two together, put a little bit of gin in there and put it on her face, have it sit on her face for a while. Okay. Any type of love ritual, you could put honey in a bath. Okay. So honey is very, very good for love, sweetening spells, even self-love, okay, for them to accept themselves, all right, for loving themselves, accepting who they are, for appreciating their own beauty, okay. So also too, when you do these type of rituals or spells on the go, you also want to give an offering for your Oshun, and we know we taste the honey first before we offer it to Oshun, okay, because of the Patek key that, she was poisoned by honey before. Okay. So always take a taste first. Okay. So the next one is called Efun. So Efun is another name for Obatala. Efun is ground up ground up snails. Okay. So they take those big old snails and they grind it up into a powder. So this is not cascarilla, but it's like cascarilla, okay? And they look exactly like this, all right? I feel like these are more powerful. So if you're feeling something that is you need it for yourself, you can protect yourself with Efun before you do a ritual, especially when you're going into a home, cleansing a space or cleansing a person, you could put Efun on you, all right? So you could apply it to your third eye, apply it to the back of your neck, apply it to your hands. You could also create a sacred space, a sacred circle with Efun. Okay. You could cleanse certain items with Efun, and you could also give an offering of Efun to Baba Obatala as well. Okay. Yeah, to me, I prefer Efun over Cascadia because it's something that you can that's more directly connected to him, especially if you're doing like a head wash. So after someone is cleansed or need an Ori feeding or Ori blessing or head wash with coconut water, you want to put some Efun on their Ori as well. Okay. All right. Black soap. Now, I don't think black soap in itself, when it's in this rock form right here, I don't think it melts in the heat. So if you keep it in your car, it shouldn't affect it at all. Okay. So black soap is used for cleansing. All right. In Yoruba, we call this doo-doo. Okay. So black soap you could use if someone they don't have a tub, okay, and say, they need a cleansing or something like that, you could use black soap. So any herb that you have on hand, you could apply to the black soap. You just need to add some spring water to it to soften it, put it together. Okay, if you're a priestess, you could imprint an Odu on there if you want a specific Odu on the soap. You imprint the Odu, make your prayers of the Odu onto the soap, and have the Odu applied to the soap to cleanse the person or even cleanse yourself. Okay. So this is something that you could do for someone who doesn't have a bath or just rather take showers or only can take a shower. You could cleanse them with black soap. Okay. Black peppercorn. Okay, so you guys know black peppercorns is used for protection. You could use black peppercorns for slander when people are talking about people or people are gossiping. You guys know that gossiping or slander, talking about people, is a form of witchcraft. Someone saying things against you. Okay, they may not light a candle or anything like that, but still the words that they're saying and creating about you is still a spell. So you could use black peppercorns for negative talk, negative self, witchcraft, negative self-talk, even if someone talks about their own selves in a way. Okay. You can also use black peppercorns for protection. If you're doing any type of hex removals, you can use black peppercorns as well. Okay. So I would say you could use this in a ritual for that, even in candle work as well. Okay. I want to add black peppercorns to black soap because you don't want black peppercorns in your hoo-ha. Okay. That's not nice. So it'll be more done in a ritual type setting versus in a bath or in a soap. Okay. All right. Next would be Palo Santo. Okay. So you guys see sage right next to them. Okay. So Palo Santo to me, I think calms the energy of a certain space. Okay. You have sage next to it because you can have sage to remove negative energies and vibrations, but you also want to burn Palo Santo afterwards or with it because it's going to calm the environment much more and calm them down. And it's like a final cleansing as far as making sure that those spirits are removed. A lot of times you'll have sage, you'll burn sage, but those spirits are still running rampant in the house or haven't really left any crevice or any window or any door that you cracked open. Palo Santo is almost like a wrap this shit up. Okay, this for sure get these energies out the house and making sure that the atmosphere and the vibration is calm and sentient in a way. Okay, so you want to burn one after another. All right, I'll burn sage first, then Palo, or you could burn them both at the same time. If you really want to amp it up, add that agrimity to it. Okay, so it's good to have a cauldron. You guys have a cauldron. Mine is not near me. To add a cauldron to break these pieces up and burn them together at the same time, and making sure that you're getting corners of the houses. Okay, making sure that you guys are saging and cleansing even closet spaces. Okay, even mirrors. All right, those are portals to the house. Closets, mirrors, even staircases are portals in people's homes. Okay, every corner you want to make sure that you get these parts of the house when you're doing a house blessing, a house cleansing. Okay, even when you're going to a home to cleanse a person, you want to cleanse their house as well, because that spirit could be the culprit of why this person is feeling this way. Okay, and you want to cleanse anyway with any before any type of ritual anyway. Okay, and these are the things you want to do because you don't want any interference within your rituals of what you're doing. Okay, so after you cleanse, during any ritual that you're doing, you want to burn incense to make sure that the energy stays the same. Okay, you could get these cone incense or you could get the stick incense, whatever you prefer. A lot of incense that I like to burn when I'm working would be Palo Santo incense, frankincense incense. Okay, definitely cinnamon incense. Okay, those keep the energies calm, cool, and still energy of protection as you're doing your work. And of course, matches. Of course, matches. Okay, you want to keep matches because sometimes you gotta light your stuff up. All right. Sometimes matches are better than lighters because of the earth energy that comes with it versus having something man-made or mechanical. This is closest to Mother Earth, so it's more earthy in a sense to use. Okay.
Is it still okay to have a good big lighter? Because the answer, no, I love it.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay to burn a big lighter.
I'll have the matches too, though.
Yeah, it's good for backup. And sometimes you could read a flame. Sometimes you could read a flame in a match. And it kind of talks to you. So you can't light the match. It's like, what the fuck? There's still resistance in the room. I still need to cleanse. Like sometimes that flame to the match could speak to you. Okay, which direction the flame is going when you light it. So in a way, it's magical in a way to have matches as well, due to those things. Okay. Now, of course, tea lights. Because, we don't want to be carrying no big old 7-day, 3-day candle with us all the time. Okay. So we're going to need tea lights. These are for quick, easy work. Okay. Especially if you're not in a place for more than 2, 3, 4 hours. You want your tea lights. Okay. White is always best because white is universal. You can use white for anything. Okay. But if you find deals on colored tea lights, get them. Okay. We got the holidays coming up soon and those babies are about to go on sale. So whenever you see like orange, green, red, blue, sometimes you could get black. Halloween in October, you could get black tea lights. Get those. Okay, so you always want to set tea light candles instead of carrying those bigger candles around. Okay, and with tea lights, you could use more than one. So say you're doing a love work for someone and you want to use Yeoshun for this, you can use 5 of them, 5 red tea light candles, or 5 orange tea light candles, or yellow ones for her energy. For success in love. So her number is 5, and you can use that. Be creative however you want to, okay? To use this in a sense, okay? Or it could be something that you're removing from someone. So say they have 6 issues that they need to be removed from them or from a situation. You could delegate each candle for each intention that you want. Okay, so say you don't have the big candle for that one conglomerate intention, you could separate each candle for the working, and as that priestess you can look and see which one is resisting, which one's more successful, and stuff like that. Use your discernment and your intuition as you're lighting these and watching this work. Okay, all right, a good old hand broom. So a broom is good to sweep out energy, okay, not just clean up your mess, but it's good for a cleansing of the house too, and blessing of a house, okay? So you can use the hand broom to sweep out corners of a house. So you want to get a hand broom that's made out of wood, out of sticks, okay? Nothing that's man-made or with plastic bristles. You want this to be as earthy as possible. And you're going to want to bless your broom, okay? So you could spray it with whatever spray that you want to spray, Florida water, or like that camwood spray that I talked about earlier that you could make. All right, you could bless this broom first before you start using it to cleanse out spaces, okay? And then once you're done cleansing a space, you want to cleanse it again to make sure that when you use it for the next client or next space that you're not bringing or adding the same energies to another person's space. Okay. All right, scissors, good old scissors. Now, I would say get a good pair. Okay, don't be cheap. Don't go get these little bitty things because sometimes you're gonna need to cut something bigger than what you need. Okay, you never know what you're gonna be needing scissors for, but I would say get a good medium-sized scissors and keep them on you because you never know what you might need. You might need to cut up some paper, some yarn. They might tell you go outside, get some sticks. You just never know. But it's always good to have scissors because you can't use your knife for everything and vice versa. Okay, so keep your pair of scissors on deck. Now you can use scissors for cord cutting rituals. Okay, to visibly, spiritually cut energetic cords. You guys know if you're doing cord cutting ritual, you're gonna need scissors anyway because you need to cut the twine. Okay. But if you're more advanced, you could definitely have this as a spiritual item to spiritually cut spiritual cords from another person, especially if you're healing someone on a table. You can use the scissors to cut the cord from their chi or sacral chakra area. Okay. Okay, tiger's eye. So these are crystals that you could use: obsidian, amethyst. Y'all, these are crystals. Now, these are just suggestions just to have. You guys could pick whatever you want to use as far as crystals in your bag, but I will say keep the smaller ones, keep the pebble kinds, okay? So tiger's eye, I really like using tiger's eye for those people who need an uplifting type energy, more courage, more, how can you say, I can't think of the word. This really uplifts someone's energy, uplifts their creative ability, and just gives them an overall better sense of self. Okay, so tiger eye will be good for when you're trying to cleanse a person's energy. Someone who's depressed or down, scared, fearful, you can use tiger's eye with that. Okay, to give somebody more enthusiasm about life. I can't think of the word that I really want to say. Okay, but tiger's eye is good to have. So these sizes are pretty small. They're not so big, so these should be a good size, but you don't want to carry those big old heavy type of things because you want your bag to be light. Okay. So you could add tiger's eye. You could use it to bless a bath. You could put these in a bath. You could put these around the tub. You can use it during the ritual to have it around any of your work. Okay. Now the same thing with clear quartz. Clear quartz is something that enhances your work. So whatever intentions that you have, clear quartz is going to amp that up times 10. Okay. So clear quartz is something that you could also use in your rituals. You could put them in your baths as well. If you're making any type of sprays, oils, or anything like that, you could add clear quartz crystal into that as well. Not only is it good to help shake up the herbs that you'll have in that, but it amps up its intentions. It just increases it so much. Okay. You could also, I can't talk today. You can also program the clear quartz crystal with how you want it to go as well. Okay. So this is something that you guys should definitely have, is clear quartz, especially like these, because you can stick these little thin ones anywhere into anything. Okay. And make sure that if you are putting it in a bath, you make sure any crystals that this doesn't go down the drain. You want this person to keep these crystals, okay? Or keep them with them or on them. Okay, so the next one is obsidian. Obsidian is very good for protection. Okay, obsidian is also good to reflect negative energies and entities. Okay, especially those energies that are very, is it malevolent type energy. So if you want your space to be protected, you want the ritual to be protected, you can use obsidian as well. Okay. The ancestors talking. There's a way that you can also scry with obsidian, but that's a whole different type of class. Okay. But obsidian is something that is very outer worldly in a way, and it can really protect you against all type of waves of energy, whether it be like 5G energy, negative energy that are transmitters type energy, or energy that's, just negative vibrations of another source that's not human. Okay, so obsidian is very powerful for that. You could also wear obsidian while you're doing your workings as well, wearing it as some type of amulet on your body, as jewelry or anything like that as you're working. Okay. Now amethyst. So amethyst is very, very powerful for, of course, your third eye, and your crown chakra as well. Amethyst is good to bring out the truth in things. So say you may be doing a reading on someone and you need a truth about what's really going on about a situation. Have amethyst next to you, have amethyst with you, have the person hold amethyst as you're doing the reading, so the truth could come out about a situation. And so you could truly see the truth of what's really going on. Okay. Amethyst is also used to heighten your sleep. So if someone is having some type of nightmares, you can use amethyst to help with to calm their nightmares down, or basically let you guys see the reason why it's happening, the reason for the nightmares. Also too, you could use amethyst to help, after cleansing the house, use amethyst to calm down the energy within the third eye and crown chakra. Sometimes it could be overly active to where they're accessing too many things. So you could program the amethyst to make sure that it's a medium balance, is a medium type of energy that's added to the third eye and the crown chakra. Okay, so you could program it that way as well. You could also add amethyst to certain oils and stuff like that. So if you're making them a third eye oil, I would definitely add amethyst into this oil. Okay. Have all you guys taken my third eye oil class? Okay, so Iposotito, and then okay, you guys haven't taken it. You haven't taken it? I thought you took it back in the day. You didn't take that class? Iposotito?
I was supposed to,
Mm-hmm.
then I ended up, of course, transitioning out of the mentorship. However, I do remember that class. I do remember you doing that class. Did I buy it? I know there's a couple classes that I bought too. Okay. Either way, no, I didn't do it.
Okay. I'm gonna have to send it to you. Okay. But definitely add amethyst to your third eye oil if you haven't yet. Okay. Now rose quartz. Of course, rose quartz is for love. Love, love, love. So if you're doing a self-love type of working, definitely add rose quartz to the ritual. If you're making that facial scrub or whatever for someone's self-love, I would charge it up with rose quartz first, most definitely. You can use it in a self-love bath. You could use it in love work. Is for someone to have their spouse to love them more, use it in that love work as well. Have them have rose quartz in their bedroom, or have a person wear it. Okay, if you're making someone jewelry for it. Okay, so for self-love, love, anything love. Okay, it won't work for any type of reversal type love. Okay, rose quartz is attracting. Okay, so this is attracting love, self-love, or love of a spouse or something like that. Okay. Now, mirror. So a mirror is good for, of course, scrying. You guys haven't learned that yet, but I'm going to teach you guys that. But mirror is good for reversal work. So say you guys have, you're lighting candles to do reverse work or reverse hexing, a return to sender. You could put those candles that you're working with on top of the mirror. Okay, so whatever someone sent, your client or sent you guys take those candles and put it on top of a mirror. It's going to be reversed back to that person. Okay. What else can I tell you about a mirror? And if you're working with a person and say you are doing something as far as self-love work, you could have them speak into a mirror. Okay, doing mantras in a mirror. You could even charge up this mirror for that essence. Okay. You don't want to have too many mirrors, so this will be your own personal mirror. So yeah, so say if you've done a reversal work at someone's home, okay, to reverse return to sender. When you're done with that, cleanse this mirror, because the next house or person you may go to may need to do self-love work. So you don't want that same energy that was on the mirror prior to while that person's doing launches and that, okay? So make sure that amulets like this that you're reusing at different places or different situations, that you are cleansing these items, okay? All right. Now next, this is the next column. It's palm oil. The palm oil, we use for the orishas as an offering. The only person we don't give palm oil to is Baba Batala. Okay, he's a really cool, calm, chill. Okay, but we give palm oil to calm the energies down. Okay, we got to make sure that whatever we give them, we put some palm oil on there. Okay, it helps them keep them cool. It helps them not be too much of a ruckus. They won't fuck shit up as much. Okay, We want them to be relaxed. And this is what palm oil does, is just relax the energies, okay? Now, I don't give palm oil to the egungun. That's just something that I wasn't taught and I just haven't done. But definitely you're a priestess, you've been initiated, you will always want to put palm oil in your Ifa pot. So if you don't have anything else to give your Ifa, you give them palm oil, okay? And there's so much more I want to tell y'all, but I can't tell y'all everything because not everybody's initiated. But we're going to move to the next. I digress. Okay, so the next one is gin. Gin, keep gin on deck, on hand at all times, okay? Even if you don't drink, gin needs to be a part of a priestess mother freaking bag, okay? Keep gin on you, period. All right? For one, you pour libations. Let's thank the ancestors. Let's go out and pour one out to the homies, okay? You want to give libations before you do things, okay? You want to give offerings to your Ifa pot if you have that. You want to give offerings to every Orisha takes gin. Even if they prefer palm wine like Baba Ogun does, he's still gonna want that gin, okay? Period. The only person who don't want no now liquor is Baba Obatala. That's the big daddy. That's the biggest and wisest Orisha. And you guys know he don't drink no alcohol because that's how he made deformities in bodies. So he's just like, I don't want that no more. That's the only person you don't give gin to. Everybody else gonna drink. You guys see when you give your ancestors gin and water, what they drink up the most. That water be full. Gin gone. I just gave it to them yesterday. It's already halfway gone. They're gonna drink. But you make sure every time you give gin, you drink first. Ancestors, I drink with you. Baba, Ogun, Shango, Eshun, Yemiya, Oya, I drink with you. Drink first, then give them theirs, okay? So if you go to a client's house, they may already have a glass or cup with them. If not, you could keep you like those little shot cups or whatever. Keep that with you if they don't have that, so they could discard it later on. But keep gin on you, okay? So you can also use gin for your mixture. So like I said, you can use it as a spray, mix it with water, spring water, and use gin. So gin is very cleansing. Gin helps cleanse certain things. Like, so you have that knife, you can use the gin to cleanse the knife, to add Ogun's energy on it, okay? If you are needing his energy, you could take the knife, put some gin in your mouth and spray the knife with gin from your mouth, okay? But gin is a very, 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 very powerful spirit. It's made from juniper berries, I think is what it's made from. And that in itself is a powerful herb within itself. Gin is very cleansing. Okay, so keep gin on you, all right? So the next thing is Florida water, okay? Now this is that Florida water, but you guys know I make some powerful Florida, but you could go and buy this one if you want to, you know what I'm saying? But Florida water is good for cleansing your items, cleansing a person, cleansing a space. You could add it to a bath, cleansing yourself before and after a ritual is done. And make sure you guys are doing this before anything. You're cleansing yourself prior, you're cleansing yourself afterwards, especially when you're working for someone else. You don't want nothing to go home with you, okay? And you cleanse yourself before because you don't want nothing that's on you to interfere into the ritual as well, okay? You don't know what energies or what's attached to you for wherever you went through, whatever followed you, whatever, okay? Just because you're highly elevated and spiritual don't mean that things don't see you or want to walk by you, whatever. You don't know what's on you. You don't know who sent what to you, what's place, what in time. You want to cleanse yourself, okay? Before and after. Okay, so bottled water, spring water. Not everybody has spring water at their home, okay? So you want to keep spring water on you. Now we use spring water because spring water is of Yeye Oshun, okay? Is of natural resources type energy, all right? So we want to use that in offerings as well. If you're making something for the client, like I said, a special spray, this is what you want to add is spring water to it. Okay, so use it as that as an offering. Yeah, you want spring water for when you're making your soap. If you're making a soap there on the spot, you want to use that spring water. Okay, so make sure that it's blessed. So if you're using it in a ritual and besides an offering, make sure that you're charging the water up with your sound word. Okay, make sure you're praying into the water first. So just like how we bless our herbs and we enchant our herbs prior to adding it to any ritual, you want to enchant the water as well, especially when you're using it for some type of protection spray or anything like that. Okay. Sharpies. So of course you're going to need Sharpies. You can use Sharpies to write on the bottom of your candles. You can use Sharpies for whenever you're doing any type of fire type of work. And when I say firework, is because you're going to use firework for brown paper bags or parchment papers. Okay. So these are when you guys are making sigils, when you guys are using symbols. Okay. You can use it on the brown paper bag or parchment paper. You could have a client write a certain letter to somebody. Okay. You want to use a Sharpie for this. All right. So you can have different colors representing different type of energies. You guys know about colors and their spiritual representations by now, I'm hoping. So you use that for this work. All right. So parchment paper will be something for when you're writing out a spell, when you're writing out a letter. Okay, that may need to be burnt after the ritual, or something that needs to be written down for candle work to be placed on top of. Okay. Now the brown paper bag, I always say you guys could use in place of parchment paper, but brown paper bag is something that you can use to discard your work. So say everything's done. Okay. The person's done washing their self with the soap. The person's done with the herbs, the candle work's done, the cord cunning's done. All this stuff that you guys use that needs to be discarded, you could place in this brown paper bag. Okay, so you put all the items in a brown paper bag, and you're not, especially if it's removal or hex removal, or any type of removal of anything, any type of negative or energies or entities, you want to discard everything in a brown paper bag at a trash can that is away from this person's home or away from your home. Okay, so it should be thrown in a place where you guys don't frequent. All right, so if it's somewhere that's 10-15 minutes down the street to where you guys know both of y'all don't cross on a regular basis, throw it there. Okay, don't throw it but in your house, by your house. Don't throw it in their house, by the house. It needs to be away. Okay, to get rid of the energy altogether. All right. Okay, so that concludes y'all's priestess bag, and y'all gonna get all of this. Okay, now with this, I want y'all to get y'all bag ready. Okay, so you're gonna buy a cute little bag. I don't care how it look. You go to a thrift store. You may have a bag that's already up in your closet collecting dust that needs a purpose. Okay, so you go get that bag. You guys get all these items. Okay, some of these items you can find in a dollar store. Some of these items you can find in a thrift store. Some of these items you can find online, definitely online. All right, it doesn't have to be that much. It doesn't have to be in bulk, but I need to know that you guys have these things. Okay, you get this bag, you get these things, and I want you guys to create a cute video, okay, of you guys placing these things in your bag. Okay, so you just be like, okay, I am so-and-so, and this is my priestess bag. If you're a priestess in training, this is my priestess in training bag. Okay, this is blah blah blah, and I will use this for so-and-so, 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 so-and-so. Next, this is blah blah blah, and I would use this for la 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 la. Put it in the bag. Okay, so I don't care how you guys send me the video. The video doesn't have to be top-notch quality, but I need to see these video because I need to know that you guys have these things and you guys have this bag, and you guys will be ready to go in any situation, anytime, anywhere, any place. Okay. All right. Any questions before we go to the next thing? I can't hear you, baby.
One question for the, let me go back, for the alligator pepper. You had mentioned that for men, we would use 9 seeds. How many seeds will you use for women?
7.
7.
Mhm.
That's it.
Now with the salt, because I make black salt also. Is that you have to share that I carry both or just regular salt?
You can carry both.
Okay.
I would.
Okay, I'm gonna add that to my list.
So when you do yours, you'll explain what you'll use for the white salt, and then you explain what you'll use for the black salt. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions, my loves? No. Okay, so let's get our stuff ready for this lab. Now, this is my jar. This used to be a blood orange gin bottle. So when you guys have gin bottles, especially when they're cute and got a cork on it, keep them. Now, don't hoard her. If you already got 2 or 3 of them, throw the other ones away. Yes. Don't hoard her. But you got to keep things, especially if Spirit says don't throw it away. No, because I tried to throw this away 3 times. They was like, keep that. Keep it. Okay. So we're going to be using soursop. Okay. You guys know soursop is a very, very powerful herb. Okay. Soursop helps with relieving. It could cure things like the herpes. It could cure things like cancer, any type of autoimmune disease. It could cure that, remove and attack these cells. Okay, it's also good for like the people who don't want to do chemotherapy. People use soursop for that. Okay, it's very antiviral, anti-inflammatory type of herb. Okay, it helps boost your immune system to the umpteenth degree. So if you don't want to use any type of pills that the doctor may want to give you, you want to take soursop. Okay, so if you're very sick, you definitely want to use more than what a normal person would use. Okay, so this will be kind of like a daily type of thing you guys will take on a regular basis to help with your immune system. Okay, a lot of people who use this type of tincture or drink or eat soursop, they really don't get sick that much. Okay, so this is something that we need, especially with our environment and our society who wants to get us sick. It's a part of the mass depopulation type thing. This is something that you want to use. Okay, so like I said, it helps with any type of disease. Okay, prevents inflammation, diabetes, heart disease, cancer. Okay, it's 1,000 times powerful than chemotherapy. All right, a lot of its active ingredients possess antioxidants, anti-cancer, anti-convulsant, anti-arthritic, so people that may have early signs of arthritis, anti-parasitic, so it could cleanse that gut. Okay, you guys know, especially you've eaten meat before or are a meat eater, we have parasites. Okay, it's anti-malarial. It protects your liver. Okay, and it protects any type of diabetic type of effects that you may have. Okay, so this is something that you guys are going to want to take on a daily basis. All right, so let me see y'all bottles. What y'all got? All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut up our soursop leaves. I don't know how thick your guys are, but you want to cut them in thin pieces. All right, to where they're able to fit in the hole. Okay, so I really don't want you to shove them down whole. I want you to break them down, cut them up, and we're gonna fill it at least 3/4 of the way. Okay, so this is my bottle, so we'll fill it up to like here. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get the cut. So yeah, try to cut them as thin as possible. If you can, try to probably cut them long ways. That'll probably be best. And we're going to fill it up to 2/3 of the way. I mean, 3/4 of the way. Okay. I will play some music, but every time I play music, YouTube always copyrights me, whether the video is listed or unlisted. They always put a copyright disclaimer. So, yeah. So I'm just taking mine and I'm cutting them up long ways like this into like little strips.
Mine came vacuum sealed.
It did. You still open it? You try to open yours?
Yeah, I finally got it open. It's like it's really weird. It's cool, but
It's fresh.
yeah, it is fresh and clean.
Okay.
It smells good. It
Mhm.
it kind of reminds me of spinach. That's what it smells like.
For real?
Mm-hmm. It reminds me of spinach.
Mm. It has a certain smell when I cut it. It's not when I do it, but it's like it comes when I slice into it.
Yeah, you know,
Hmm.
sometimes when you break things down or cut things, it kind of releases a certain oil.
Mm.
So that's what we're doing as we're cutting it. We're kind of breaking it down and having it release those certain cells within.
Now, where do you usually find soursop leaves? Can you find it in like Whole Foods, or do you have to get it?
You could probably get them at Whole Foods because Whole Foods is almost like a herbal type place. But I got mine from a herbal store. So a store that sells fresh herbs and natural toothpaste, natural soaps and stuff like that. A natural type store. Okay, so this is mine. So it's 3/4 filled. So now I'm
Gotcha.
going to take my cigar. Okay, I'm just gonna light it and just puff it in there as a offering to them because it's a natural herb. So I said, Soursop, you accept this offering. I just enchant it. Thank you for the things that you will do and have done. Thank you for all the things that you will do in healing my body. And for anti-inflammatory things that I need, any sickness that may try to come. Thank you for cleansing me. Thank you for killing all the cells that are no good for my body, any negative energies, entities that may be attached to my cells. Thank you for cleansing me. Ashe, Asheo. So you could just think it like that. And whatever prayer you want to do to the Soursop, okay, whatever herbs that we use, we should always enchant it, thank it, and then you give the offering of smoke for them, okay? So once you're done with that, you're going to take your gin and you're going to fill it all the way up, okay? You want to make sure that you're covering, I'm going to take a sip first.
She
You
got
want to
the
make sure that you're
Amsterdam.
covering all of the leaves, okay? So you're going to pour it in there. That's why I said to get a bottle of gin. So pour it all in there. Make sure, try not to spill. And some of that smoke is gonna come out. You guys see some, I don't know if you guys can see some of the smoke coming out.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So make sure it covers it all the way. Make sure you leave enough room for your cork to go in there because you don't want it to overspill. Okay, so that should be good. So that's filled all the way to the top. So you're gonna put your cork in there, of course, and then you're gonna store it in a cool place, dark place, okay? So if you got to put it up in a cabinet or in your closet, however you want to store it, just store it there. And for the next 3 weeks, you want to take a look at it, make sure you're shaking it every day for 3 weeks. So go to it, make sure it's looking good, shake it up, okay? So the gin is going to help it from getting any type of mold or anything like that. It prevents that, but it's also going to extract all the oil, all the nutrients and ingredients that's within the leaves, okay? So this should get like a dark brown, like dark, chocolate dark, okay? Once it gets real dark, that's when you could use this, okay? So you either could take teaspoons of this, tablespoons of this every day, or you could take it in shot form every day, half a shot, full shot, however you want to, okay? And this is what's gonna help with those properties that we spoke about earlier. Okay, so this is my bottle. all nice and leafy. All right. Okay, my loves, do we have any questions or concerns?
I think so.
You said 3 weeks, right?
3 weeks, yeah. So store it for 3 weeks, and every day for 3 weeks, you want to go ahead and shake it. It should be dark by then. If not, give it some more time before you start using it. But within the 3rd week, it should be nice and dark in color. Okay. Not no light skin brown. It needs to be real, real dark. Almost looking like some dark bourbon. Okay. Jack Daniel Brown. As Dia knows, I offer, if we have a ritual coming up and you don't even feel like getting everything, I'll send you the whole package for a certain fee for how much, you won't get like bulk stuff, but you'll get baggies of the herbs. If you want the candles, I can send that too. I mean, I know there's certain things that I have to go get. I don't mind doing that. You guys see how I just drove 4 hours for that bag of soursop. Of course, I got other shit for myself, but still, I have my whole thing of herbs and stuff. I got a whole big Tupperware of my shit up here with me right now. Because why? Because I'm a priestess. I
Okay,
need
well,
my things.
I'm gonna look
Right.
at the materials because I don't think it's a lot for like the Ogun prosperity ritual and that. But if I need you to make up a kit, I
Yeah.
have no problem sending you.
I just ain't gonna
some
send you
candles.
pineapple because I don't know if I can send goods like that. But
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't
yeah.
think it's where I can find.
But I got stuff,
I'm gonna look and I'm gonna hit you
Okay.
up.
Yeah. So just let me know.
Yeah, because my thing is just getting the materials. I think that's
Yeah.
really what has taken me like a
Y'all
long.
just asked me, but I really want us to start rolling. Okay. Like right now, the train is chugga, 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 chugga. I want to start rolling because there's certain things I want us to start amping up the level. Okay. The earth is shifting. So I want us to be more prepared. A lot of us have done enough healing work, enough shadow work to apply more things into us. So now that you guys have done the work, I want you guys to be able to maintain the healing and to master where you are right now to go into more depths of healing. Okay. So you guys have been at a certain level. And then whenever you guys reach that pinnacle to where you have to heal something else, you guys are getting kind of knocked down a couple of pegs. I want you guys to be able to maintain that stride. Okay. Because this healing process is ongoing. Okay, there's going to be certain levels of healing, but it's always ongoing. Just when you think that you're over with one thing, something's going to hit you. But that could be a pinnacle mark in your spiritual ascension to where, okay, you got this little bit of residue left. We want to take you here so this spiritual gifts could be unlocked or the spiritual access could be given to you. But there's remnants of this. So are you really ready to let this part go of yourself? Okay, so I want us to be able to make those strides and those levels because later on, I want us to be able to do more ritual work together, more things that we're doing to help out the planet, to help out the collective, not just stuff only for ourselves. Okay. We're here to serve not only just our ancestors and ourselves, but for the collective as well, because it needs it. Okay. So if you guys are not able to, stay strong and steady, even when you're knocked down, to be able to get back up, then it could affect the rituals in a way. Okay. So, and like I said, if you guys are suffering, let me know. Stop keeping shit to yourself because I could feel it anyway. I could see and feel where you guys are. I could even tell when you guys are asleep. I texted Shotita. She was like, I'm sorry, I eating it. I was asleep. I know. I saw you sleep. I felt it. I said her system was down. She's asleep. Like I know things,
Yeah.
okay? So
Okay, did
don't
you feel me
feel-
a couple days ago?
I did think about you real strong.
I did because I was sitting because I was like, I need some God mom energy. Like I tried to vision myself sitting next to you.
Mhm.
And I was like there because I was like, I need somebody.
I know I felt, was it the same day or the same night that I texted you that thing? Or a couple days
Might have
before that?
been. It was
Yeah.
very recent. It was very recent.
Yeah, because I was just like, I think I need to go to Detroit. I was like, let me send her this thing because I've been thinking about this. 'cause
Yeah,
I
it must
really
be.
want to do it. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll try to plan something. But I want to later on this year, if all of us could get together and do some girly thing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, if we can't go out of the country, because you guys know you like to travel. If we can't go out the country yet, we're gonna find some place in the States where we all can meet up and do some type of divine feminine type thing or whatever.
Ooh, that's cool.
Okay.
That's what's up.
All right. So Priestess, stay on. You guys, everybody else, I love y'all. If you guys need me, hit me up, okay?
All right.
All right.
Happy.